Hello, friends. Good morning and welcome. Will I have a head today? Yes, I will. Okay. Let's get started. Come right into a seated position. This class is breath controlled vinyasa, so that means that we will do the traditional hatha yoga kriyas, which involve really learning how to activate these subtle parts of your core, including the pelvic floor, muscles around the throat that we use to control or hold the breath, as well as working with the abdomen. Three main bandhas, or energetic locks as they're known as in traditional yoga: pelvic floor, mula bandha; jalandhara bandha, which involves using the throat in a variety of ways to control the breath; and then lastly, uddiyana bandha, which is a bit more complicated. It's understood in different ways because there's many different stages to it and different applications to it. Uddiyana bandha means upward flying energy lock. I think it's really the first one to try and master, but in truth, all three work together. So this first exercise will help us develop a good sense of the mula bandha, which is this little lift in the pelvic floor that flows up, along with parts of uddiyana bandha, the ability to keep the heart lifted. And so for this technique, I'm going to soften my belly and then quickly exhale, drawing in around the navel and below it. So it looks something like that. There's some engagement around the navel. The bulk of it is below. There's a little bit of engagement in the upper belly, but it's not like using your six-pack like that. It's more subtle. So most of the effort is concentrated below the navel. So before we start this technique, it's important to only take a small breath in. If you take too big of a breath, you'll have to work too hard to expel the air, and that can lead to an inability to expel efficiently, which can create a bit of anxiety. And that's not what this is about at all. So a lot of breathing techniques, they do create anxiety in the beginning, but with practice, your nervous system will get used to it, and it'll actually help you feel both present, grounded, and calm. It does take practice, though. It can take months or even years. I've been doing these techniques for about 11 years, maybe 12 years now. And when I was first exposed to them, I didn't really get them. They didn't really do anything. And so I kept with my asana practice, postures, try to slow the breath within movement, which is part of what we'll do today. We'll do quite a bit of that today. And that in itself is breath control, and that's going to carry over into these techniques to make them more accessible. So anyways, let's get started. Kapalabhati breathing. Just a little breath in, active exhale, passive inhale, softening the belly. We'll go for about a full minute, so you can go kind of slow, which I'll cue in the beginning, and then I'll gradually pick up the rhythm, go at the rhythm that feels comfortable to you. Before we start, take a full exhale, small breath in, and begin. Fully empty, hold the breath empty of air. Helps to push the edge of the hand down into your legs. And then hold your breath. Lock the throat, tucking the chin. You can also swallow your saliva and place the tongue behind top teeth. These are all aspects of the neck lock, jalandhara bandha. Keep the low belly gently sucked in below navel. Try to soften the upper belly. And then tensioning the core, slowly breathe in. Fill up and hold. Engage your chest while gently drawing the arm bones back. This engagement of opposing muscle groups is the same one that makes back bends work. So you're activating the muscles that pull back, and then you're also engaging your pecs. Notice how this actually lifted my whole rib cage up away from the pelvis. And then slow exhalation. You can let your ribs drop, relax your body. And take a few slow recovery breaths. Inhale. And slow exhale. Slow inhale. And slow exhale. And then follow along with me. We'll do these wavy movements to the spine, lowering the chin. Slow inhale. Gradually lift your heart, pushing into your hands. Lift the chin. And then slow exhale. Tailbone drops. Round your back. Look navel. Inhale, slowly sitting up. Exhale, rounding the back just a little bit. And see if you can feel the breath in your lower back as you inhale. And then draw that inhale breath up through the sides of the ribs into the heart. And exhale. Very good. Once more. Inhale, roll up through the spine. And exhale. Good. So we'll do a second technique. This is an advanced one. So if you just learned the first technique, stay with that today. In that technique, it's active exhale. Inhale takes care of itself. It's passive. So take your time to master that. This next technique, I welcome you to try it, is Bhastrika breathing, which involves these kind of wavy movements. So in Bhastrika, which means bellows breath, it's actually an active inhale where we push into our hands, draw the breath in. Exhale, relax the effort. So I'm really letting go. You see that? If you blinked, you missed it. I'll do it again. Inhale. Whoa. The letting go was so deep that I actually kind of like jiggled a little bit at the end. So it's active inhale. And then the letting go posturally of the exhale is going to force the air out. I'm forcing it a little bit through my throat, but I don't have to consciously engage the abs. It's just going to happen through the shape change. So we'll do this for about a full minute again. Again, if this is too much, stop the exercise, breathe naturally. It's meant to be relaxing and feel really good. So take an exhale. And then active breath in for Bhastrika. Next exhale, totally empty, and then hold your breath again. You can relax your posture here. You don't have to do anything special, but you can still apply the throat lock. Tongue behind top teeth. Swallow your saliva. Breathe whenever you feel called to. Slow, relaxed breathing. Close the eyes and become aware of the inward flow of energy. This could take the form of temperature or sensation in the hands and feet. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of heat in the hands, a little bit of moistness. Maybe the feet are warmer. Maybe you feel heat in the core of the body. Just notice. Maybe there's a calmness in the nervous system now. Allow the breath to become slow. And so these are really good conditions for meditation as well as for doing vinyasa slowly, which is why this is called breath-controlled vinyasa. We'll do a little bit of movement now. And this first mini sequence, mini vinyasa, you're invited to cultivate what's called Nauli Kriya, the abdominal vacuum. So it's going to take this shape in the belly. Won't be able to talk because I'm empty of air. And so to do that, we're empty of air and we're trying to lift the rib cage, relax the belly. If you're engaging your core really strongly, it won't be possible because your abs are going to pull your ribs down and in. So it's called low pressure fitness or hypopressive exercise. Hypopressive exercise. I had to think about that. So we'll take the hands forward. Feel free to watch me do this first one. Take a breath in. On the exhale, I'm going to look at my belly button, rounding the back. Empty of air, lock your throat, tongue behind top teeth. Without breathing, downward dog. Relax your belly, push the hips back. That's where you're invited to find the vacuum. Engaging the core, inhale to table. Relax back, exhale, sit towards your heels, that's one round. And repeat a few times. Inhale, table. Join on in if you're watching. Exhale, look to your navel, round your back. Exhale, puff to fully empty. Hold your breath, lock your throat. Down dog. Relax the belly. Press the hips back. Push out through the heel of the palm. Engaging the core. Inhale, table. Exhale, sit back. And a few more at your own pace. I'll talk through one more round. Inhale, table. Exhale, curl the tail under. Round your back. Downward facing dog. Hold your breath. Relax the upper belly. Imagine trying to breathe in, even though it's not possible with the throat locked. Inhale, lower your knees. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. Last call. Inhale, table. Exhale, look to your navel. Downward dog, hold your breath, relax your belly. Draw the inner thighs back. Engaging the core, inhale, lower your knees. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. Inhale, table position, and we'll move on now. Exhale, lower your hips to the floor, Sphinx pose. Take your forearms forward, elbows past the shoulders. Relax your belly. This is a great posture to explore this opening up of the chest area, drawing the breath into the ribs. And so you have your diaphragm, which is still driving inspiration. Maybe you can feel the belly expanding against the mat as you breathe in. Then you have your accessory muscles, which are your external intercostals. And those are the muscles that are used for that abdominal vacuum. They're muscles that are like little helpers of the breath. And so to do the vacuum, we empty the air and we use the accessories, the intercostals, while the diaphragm is relaxed. Now bring your hands to the floor, elbows a little bit out, so the elbows are wider than the hands. And then as you inhale, lift your shoulders away from the floor. Pull back. Exhale, slowly lower. With each repetition, bring your hands back another inch or two. Inhale, lift shoulders, pull back. Exhale, lower. This is training muscles around the shoulder to assist with this expansion of the ribs. Inhale, pulling, root the index finger knuckle. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. Exhale, lower. One more just like that. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, down. So now I'm going to flip the breath on you. Just relax, take a breath in. Exhale to fully empty and then come up. Extra puff to empty and then rise up with the heart. Take a breath in. And exhale down. Lower the forehead. Take a resting breath in. Long, slow exhalation. Fully empty. Hold your breath. Lock your throat. Lift your heart. Keep the chin tucked. Take a breath in. And exhale, come all the way down. Let's do one more. So rest with the forehead on the floor. Take a breath in. And full exhalation. And to exhale, force it out. Lift your pelvic floor. Hold the breath. Lock your throat. Rise up. Take a breath in. And exhale, press up onto the knees and move into ragdoll position. So we'll lift the hips up, hold on to opposite elbows. Let your torso hang loose, relaxed. Feel the breath. Maybe you can draw that breath into the back of your spine. Hands forward, downward facing dog. From down dog, take a breath in. Press your heart towards your feet. And then exhale, fully empty. Look to your navel. Hold the breath empty. Lock your throat. Relax your belly. Try the vacuum. Engage the core, breathing in. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, plank, breathing into the core. Very gentle core. Exhale, downward facing dog. And hold down dog. Again, take a breath in. A long breath out with sound. Extra puff at the end, fully empty. Hold your breath, lock your throat, relax the belly, holding the breath out. Once you get the vacuum, you can try to stick out the six-pack looking at your navel. Engage the core to breathe in, high plank. And then hold your plank. Take a few breaths. A slow, controlled breath. Strong in the upper palm. The hands are pressing towards the back of the mat to engage the muscles underneath the armpits. On your next exhale, lower to chaturanga. And take a resting breath in. You can bring your forehead down. Full exhalation, totally empty. Holding your breath, lift the heart to a back bend. Inhale. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And take a breath in, lifting your heels up. Exhale to bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, stepping. Half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. So one last opportunity to explore it before we get into more of a flow. Take your feet wider than your hips. We're going to angle the feet out, bend the knees a little bit. Same principles. So be mindful of where your hands are. If you're too low down on your knees, it might interfere with your ability to lift your ribs. Try taking your hands close to your hip flexors. Feel free to watch me do this first one. I'm going to take a breath in, relax the belly, take a breath out, empty of air, hold your breath, relax the belly. Phase 2, suck it back. Phase 3, suck it back and relax it dynamically. Inhale to stand up. Exhale. And then repeat either phase. Take a breath in. Exhale, empty. Hold your breath, tuck your chin, relax your belly. Step 2, vacuum. Step 3, alternate between vacuum and relaxation. Tension the core, inhale to standing. Exhale, relax. Another deep breath in. And round 3. Tension the core, inhale. Exhale fully. And take another resting breath. I'll show you the next phase, phase 4. So that's once you can easily control the vacuum. I won't be able to talk while I'm doing this, but I'm basically doing the vacuum and then isolating the six-pack, rectus abdominis. So go ahead and give that a shot. Work at whatever phase you're at, whether it's phase 1, 2, 3, or 4. The 5th phase is making it dance once you can isolate the six-pack. Tension the core, inhale. And exhale. Take some resting breath standing. Close your eyes. And you may be wondering, why do we tension the core before we inhale? So if you're doing any kind of breath retention or vacuum, and you suddenly try to breathe in, this can create a really uncomfortable sensation in the throat due to the pressure sort of moving too quickly. And so we tension the core, creates a pressure system that allows us to breathe in comfortably. That same idea is key to weight bearing in posture practice in a way that makes your body stronger. So we might exhale into movements to feel our core, but then at the moment of pushing or pressing, if we can actually inhale into that, that's actually going to help buffer the vertebra, make us stronger, lighter, and help protect our lower back. And so that assumes a certain amount of comfort with controlling or holding the breath. So start to integrate that really slowly. An example of where I would use that is after folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Most people exhale to chaturanga. What I do is inhale, half lift, just a little breath in, hold the breath, and that's where I press up. So inhale, half lift, just a little breath. Exhale, bend the arms. If you can't do a handstand or a crow, that's fine. You could still inhale to lean in. Hold your breath to step. Exhale, chaturanga. So we'll explore that dynamically in the Sun Salutations. Stand at the top of the mat, feet close. Join the hands together, and we'll open up with 3 ohms, one of the best breathing techniques out there. Long breath in. Arms at sides, samastitihi. Slow inhale to lift the arms up. Joining the hands, engage the chest, look thumbs. Exhale to fold forward, hands shoulder width apart to the floor. You may have to bend your knees. Slow inhale, lift your chin. Push into your hands, step plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to lower your knees. Up dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. And breathe. Use Ujjayi breathing now, so we're only breathing through the nose. If you had difficulty with any of the techniques today, always come back to Ujjayi, controlling your breath within your postures when you're holding them, as well as in the movements between the postures. Try looking towards your belly button, dropping the tailbone, and then maybe you can feel the inhale is flowing through the low back. That's the same breath we use to jump forward. So one more breath in. Lift your heels. Exhale, look at your hands, bend your knees. Inhale to jump. Save some gas for the half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, samastitihi. Again, inhale, lift the arms. Chin behind the arms. Gaze at thumbs. Exhale, fold over. Empty, look in. Slow inhale, lift your head, push down. Exhale, bend the arms. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Hold the breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then breathe freely. In neutral, simpler positions like this that are symmetrical, you're welcome to come back to breath retention at any time. So that might mean breathing in and then holding your breath for a second or two. It could also mean that full exhalation to empty, where you integrate the bandhas, the abdominal vacuum, Uddiyana Kriya. If you can do the vacuum, try looking towards your navel, and that might be a way for you to learn how to isolate the six-pack, so it sticks out. And then take a natural resting breath in, recovery breath. Long exhale, lift your heels, look forward, tension the core. Just a little breath in to jump. Inhale. Save some gas for half lift. Exhale, fold in. Lifting the heart. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, arms at sides. Last one. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold over. Slow the inhale, lift your chin. Hold the breath, push down through your hands. Plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Pelvis can come all the way down. Inhale, upward dog. Hold the breath. Exhale, look navel, curling into down dog. And then breathe, walking the feet a bit closer to the hands is an option. And try to breathe in a slow, steady pace this time, using your throat to regulate the breath. Ujjayi breathing. Breathing with an ocean sound. One more breath in. Exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, jump. Soften the upper belly for half lift, low belly in. Exhale, fold. Without breathing, pass through the half lift. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, arms at sides. And then bring your hands to your waist. Take the feet about a foot apart or so. Spinal wave. So as you exhale, we'll take the shoulders forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, slowly straighten your legs. Lift the heart, and then lift the chin. Exhale, bend your knees, round forward, lower the chin. Keeping the chin tucked, inhale to roll up. Straight legs, lift the heart, lift the chin at the end. And exhale, fold, bend your knees a little, look to your belly button. One more time. Inhale, roll up, slowly straighten the legs. Legs are firm from front to back, and then move into a back bend. Exhale, fold. Reach for your big toes this time. Use your peace fingers and thumbs. And then inhale, roll up halfway. Lift the heart, suck in the low belly. Exhale, fold, bowing the head in. And repeat that twice more. Inhale, keep hold of the toes, lift your ribs. Shoulders to ears. Exhale, bow in. Last one. Inhale, lift the heart. Hold the breath. Exhale, fold in, look navel. End of the exhale, fully empty. Hold the breath, lock the throat. As you hold the breath, try lifting your heart, abdominal vacuum. Tension the core to breathe in. And exhale, fold, Bowing towards the legs. We'll hold the posture for a few breaths now. Just breathing naturally. And then tail is heavy, dropping down. Slow inhale, lift your heart halfway. Lift the chin. Full exhalation. Inhale, step on the palms of the hands, look up. And you're welcome to stay here in Mahamudra or exhale to fold in. And breathe. Mahamudra is lifting the heart. And this is where the spine is neutral, so we're welcome to explore holding the breath in any way, whether it's empty in suction or tensioning the core and breathing into it. So we have the abdominal vacuum, which can be done from this neutral spine. But we can also do the handstand breath, which is breathing into your low back and then holding. And both have their uses. The brilliance of the exhale pattern, along with the breath retention and the vacuum, is this helps us really find the pelvic floor, its upward lift, and the way that interfaces with the low belly, transverse abdominis, that little suction in below the navel. So I welcome you to fold on your next exhale, bowing in. Holding the breath, lift the heart halfway. Tension the core, breathe in. Exhale, hands to waist. And come up. Samastitihi. And take a breath in. Join your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, reach forwards. Sun Salute B, Surya Namaskar. Long inhale, lift the arms, look up to thumbs. Exhale, fold, hands down, look to navel. Inhale, lift the heart, push into your hands as the chin comes up. And then from plank posture, exhale to Chaturanga. Go slow. Up dog, inhale. Long exhale to down dog. Look at your navel. Right foot forward, back foot flat. Pause there. Rounding your spine like a cat. Inhale to roll up through your vertebra. And then lift the arms to warrior one, holding your breath. Exhale to Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale to up dog and hold. Down dog, exhale, left foot forward, back foot flat. Pause there, looking at your belly button, round spine. Roll up through your inhale, vertebra by vertebra. Warrior one, look thumb. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. And down dog, exhale. Regulate your breath. Slow, smooth breath. Full exhalation. Bend the knees, look thumbs. Inhale, jump. And then look up, softening upper belly. Exhale, fold in. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, standing tall, samastitihi. Hands to heart center, resting breath in. And exhale to bend your knees, reach forwards, lowering the chin. Breathing into your back, slowly lift the heart, lift the arms. Hold the breath. Exhale, fold, look to your navel. Fully empty. Lifting the heart, slow inhale to lean in. Plank pose, or float. Low plank, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Long exhale to down dog. Right foot forward, back foot flat. Tuck the chin, hold your breath. Heavy on the heels, inhale to roll up through the vertebra. Warrior one. And we'll hang out with this one for a while. So chin behind the arms, keep breathing, gazing to your thumbs. And the secret for this technique is instead of shoulders down, it's actually shoulders up. So this lifts the rib cage towards the chin. And then the shoulders can support the head as it drops back, relaxing the back of the neck. A few more breaths. And exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, interlace the fingers behind the back. Feel free to use a yoga strap between your hands to help open the chest. Left foot a little closer, take a breath in. As you exhale, open your chest, pulling through the arms, bow over the right leg, and breathe. And so we can work with the shoulders in a way that does help us expand the rib cage by doing two opposing actions. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, and then internally rotate your shoulders. Another way of doing it is squeezing shoulder blades, yet try to pull the arms apart, abducting the shoulders. So either abduct or internally rotate, and that's your opposing action to retraction of the scapula. Next, exhale, bend your right knee. Take your hands to the floor next to your foot and step that right foot back a little. So heavy on the heel, lift your left leg, lift your heart up. So there's a relative soft quality in the belly. A little bit of tension in the core. And go ahead and spread your arms like wings and breathe. This is helping us to strengthen the conditions of the bandhas. Abducting the shoulders, retracting the scapula, broadening across the collarbones. And anything that involves standing on one leg is also going to help with the awakening of the pelvic floor and other muscles. And next exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, plank. If you know handstand, you can try to inhale to your handstand hop. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a recovery breath. On your next exhale, round your back, left foot forward, back foot flat, rooting the heel. Inhale, roll up through your vertebra, softening the low back, and then look up to thumbs and breathe. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. The shoulders are lifting so the head can release back. Gaze to your thumbs. Soft in the eyes, soft in the jaw. Try to find the peace within the pose. The peaceful warrior. How cliche. And then exhale, bring the arms behind the back or use the yoga strap. Right foot can step closer. Loop your shoulders up and back. And then inhale, try to pull your hands off your sacrum. Retract the scapula. Exhale, turn the shoulders inwards as you fold. And breathe. If you have a yoga strap, you can try to tear the strap apart. Sometimes trying to pull your palms apart can be helpful. So you get that shoulder abduction. And breathe. These muscular connections are all training Uddiyana Bandha, that upward flying lock that expands the ribs. Next exhale, bend your knee, take the hands by your foot, step the left foot back a little more, and then lift the right leg, inhale. Lift the heart, go onto the tips of your fingers or use yoga blocks. Next phase, lift the heart a little higher as you spread the arms out. Arms out like wings, almost like a side plank. And breathe. Toes spreading. That lifted leg can squeeze the midline a little as we use the buttock. Quadriceps active in both legs. Exhale, hands down. And your options, you can either inhale to plank and hold as long as you can, or inhale to handstand. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a resting breath. Long breath out. Bend knees, look thumbs. Inhale, jump. And look up. Exhale, fold in. Bending your knees. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heart a little higher. Exhale, stand tall in Samastitihi. Triangle poses. So you can step into the middle of the mat, Iyengar style. Bend your knees. And I welcome you to jump the feet apart or step. So feet about 3 feet apart. Inhale. Turn the right foot out, left foot in. Hold your breath. Exhale, right hand down for triangle. Hold the big toe or shin. And look to the top thumb. Regulating your breath. Follow your exhale all the way out. Extra slow inhale, come up to parallel feet. Top of inhale, hold your breath, left foot out. Exhale, other side. Take the left big toe or shin and look to your top thumb. And breathe. Don't worry about what it looks like, just be in the pose. Be in your breath. The alignment isn't that important. You can actually do it with quote unquote bad alignment, and it's fine. Just listen to your body. Control the breath. The breath is like the intelligence of the body. It's our way of feeling what's actually happening. Exhale, totally empty. Slow inhale to come up. And then turn to the other side, left foot in, another 45 degrees. Revolve triangle. Twist on your exhale. Feel free to bend your right leg. Left hand comes down, top arm up. And then look where it feels comfortable. So it might be the bottom hand, maybe it's the top arm. And breathe. As you get really steady, you might start to hold the breath after your exhale. Holding empty for a few seconds. Make sure your face is relaxed. Next exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Change the feet for the other side. Left foot out, right heel back. Exhale, twisting, slow entry. You can bend that left knee. Right hand across. And then find your breath. Then you're welcome to try exhaling and holding the breath again. Just a few seconds empty. Twisting into the emptiness. And take a breath in when you're ready. Exhale to look down. Inhale, come up, turning to the side wall. Exhale, feet together in the middle, samastitihi. And then longer stance. Inhale. Exhale, catch your waist, toes in. Find your low belly points. Richard Freeman calls them your psoas release buttons. So tight psoas tends to stick your butt out too much, which causes a lot of pinching in the low back, not so good. Psoas release buttons, which are part of our breathing and bandha training, helps us to get that little bit of lift in the pubic bone, dropping the tail. So as you inhale, draw in your low belly, right where the fingers are. And as you exhale, fold, leaning back through the heels, hands to the floor. Inhale, slowly push into your hands, lift your ribs. Exhale, fold again, bending arms. Repeat that a few times. Inhale, halfway up. This is Maha Mudra. Exhale, fold. And then once more. Inhale, halfway up. Shoulders to ears. Exhale, fold, bow in. Totally empty, hold your breath. Lock the throat, tuck the chin. Maha Mudra. Without breathing, lift your heart. Tongue behind top teeth. Try to soften the upper belly. Tension the core to breathe in. And exhale, fold forward. Hang out in the posture, breathing deep. So if you would like to try a inversion, whether it's a headstand or a handstand, it's a great place to do it. I'm going to opt for the headstand. That's the most accessible, but rather than doing tripod, instead of that, try taking your forearms to the floor. Interlace your fingers, push strong through the karate chopper edge to the wrist. And then we can place the head behind the hands. And then the key is to exhale fully first. Low belly scoops in, pelvic floor lifts, and then breathe in, lifting your heels, loading up your shoulders. Maybe the legs come up, out to the sides. Regulate your breath as best as you can, slowing and smoothing the breath with ujjayi. If you're doing a handstand, it would be the same principles. You take your full exhale, and then it's actually an inhale, gazing between hands to lift up. So wherever you're at, exhale to lower your feet. Inhale, lift the heart halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, catch your waist. Inhale all the way up. Exhale fully. B variation. Inhale, spread the arms. Exhale, catch the low belly psoas buttons again. So we'll suck in a little bit. Inhale, loop the shoulders up and back. Lift through your ribs. Exhale, fold. We'll keep the hands at the low belly. Take a breath in. You can feel around with your fingers. Full exhale, totally empty. Hold the breath empty of air. Lock your throat. And then feel around. See if you can soften the upper belly. And then see if you can isolate the six-pack, looking towards your navel. Then try to relax it and try to isolate it. Curling in and returning to mudra. Curl in, return to Maha Mudra. It's a very small movement. And then take a breath in. Resting breath out. And try again. Take a breath in.
Full exhalation. Empty of air. Hold. Soften the belly. Try to find your vacuum. Next step, isolate the six-pack. Tension the core to breathe in. And exhale, bend your knees. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, step the feet closer. Mountain pose, samastitihi. Step to the front of the mat now. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a recovery breath together. And then you can bring your right foot up to pigeon position. This is a preparation for sitting on the floor or for half lotus. And with your exhale, sit back, hands in the heart. We'll take about 5 smooth breaths. If you have Padmasana in your practice, you can instead take your right foot up to lotus, closing the knee joint, maybe even binding the foot, totally optional. Exhale, left hand down. The previous pose leads towards this one. And try bowing your head towards your knee, compressing the abdomen. Notice the flow upwards of the breath. Maha Mudra, inhale. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, pause there. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lowering the foot. Other side. So inhale, left ankle over the right knee. Option 2, close the knee joint, and then Padmasana. And exhale, folding. If you're in lotus, option to bring the left hand back to bind, or take both hands to the floor. And explore bowing towards your standing leg knee, and breathe. And next inhalation, lift the heart halfway. Maha Mudra. Exhale, pause, heart expanded. Inhale, come up. Exhale, samastitihi. We'll meet at the top of the mat. Hands together, take a resting breath in. And resting breath out, bend your knees. Inhale, lift the arms to chair. Exhale, fold, hands down, look belly button. Inhale, roll up halfway. Low plank. Exhale, down. Up dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, come through sitting. Dandasana staff pose, tall spine. Exhale, hands back, half a foot or more. You could do this with bent knees, feet hip width. Inhale, hips up. And breathe. So retract the scapula, but push into the index finger knuckles. A few more breaths. Imagine spinning the arms inwards like that, but still retracting the scapula. Exhale all the way down. And then bring your hands to your knees, feet together. Lean back a little bit more towards 45 degrees. So this is going to strongly work the lower transverse abdominis, really key movement. And then lean back a little more to bring the feet up towards eye level. Arms forward and breathe. Keep drawing knees to shoulders, slightly rounding your back, while still lengthening up through the crown. So knees are wide, drawing into shoulders. Notice the low belly working. It's going to help with your breathing techniques. Try to do this at least 2 to 3 times a week. Very good. Exhale, cross your shins, knees into your shoulders, round your back. Now as you push your hands down, inhale, lift whatever you can, lean forward. Whoa, exhale, sit back. Round 2. So feet together, knees wide. Draw the knees in towards the shoulders. Arms forward. You can also squeeze the inner knees against your arms if you have your arms on the inside of your legs. This is an unconventional way of doing it, but very effective for activating the bandha. Exhale, cross your shins, round in. Lift again, inhale. Good. Exhale, lean back. Same thing. Knees wide, squeezing inner knees against the arms, and press the arms against the knees. Feel free to take it into the traditional full form now, straight legs. 3 more breaths. Exhale, crossing, curling. Inhale, lifting. Ooh, sweet Jesus. Now take those legs out in front. With your exhale, lay down onto your back. Bend your knees. It's a very sweet vinyasa. So a bridge vinyasa, one of my favorites. The feet are about as wide as the hips. And then we take a slow inhalation now. Raise the arms overhead to the back of the mat. Lengthen the belly. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under, lift the hips. Inhale, lower your arms. And exhale, lower your spine, vertebra by vertebra. That's phase 1. Here's phase 2 with breath retention. Slow inhale, reach back. Long exhale, lift the hips, curl the tail forward. Totally empty, hold. Lock your throat, swallow saliva, and then relax the belly. Try for the abdominal vacuum. Keep the vacuum, lower vertebra by vertebra. Quickly lower your arms. Resting breath in. Resting breath out. Let's do that one again. Inhale, lift the arms, reaching. Long exhale, lift the hips, scoop the tail. End of exhale, totally empty. Hold your breath, vacuum, and then go really slowly through your vertebra. It's going to help deepen the vacuum, especially slow around the middle to low back. Quickly lower the arms. And resting breath in. And resting breath out. So go ahead and try either of those two again. If you'd like to get a full wheel into your practice, feel free to take a wheel. I'd like to set it up by using an inhale to place the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows drawing in. And then exhale, fully empty. Hold the breath, scoop the tail forward. Lift your hips. Inhale, push into your palms to come up. Hold the breath. And then regulate the breath. Slow exhales. Breathing in slowly, mindfully. One more. Use an exhale to start bending the knees more. Tuck the chin, come all the way down onto your back. Take a moment to feel the residue. Feel what's happening. Relax the face. And then drawing the knees in. Bring your legs up to the sky. So take your arms over the head. Long breath in. As you exhale, use the core. Start to lift the hips up. And then inhale, lower through the vertebra. And repeat that a few times. Exhale, gentle swing, lift your hips. If you're a bit looser, you might be able to go up higher. Inhaling, lower through the vertebra. A few more to go. My monstera is impeding on my asana practice. The cat's been trying to wear it down over the months. Maybe she's trying to help my yoga practice, I'm not sure. And then once you finish your next round, go ahead and take your big toes. Draw your knees wide apart, feet wide apart, wide-legged fold. If it's too much to hold the toes, you can hold the back of your legs around the hamstrings. And then you have two options. One of them is crossing the shins and rolling up and down the length of the back. The other is keeping hold of the toes, roll back over your shoulders into plow, and then with your spine round, roll up. So we'll all eventually meet sitting upright. It might take a few tries, or you might even just enjoy massaging your back against the floor. So once you get up there, hold the pose. You can pull back a little bit on your legs, whether you're holding hamstrings or big toes, knees bent or straight. Try to find your Maha Mudra spine. If your hamstrings are a bit tight, this will tend to cause your pelvis to curl back too much. So you may have to bend the knees a bit to get that lift to the heart. All right, very good. And then feet together, Baddha Konasana. So feet close to the pelvis, hands behind you. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, aim the knees to the floor. Option 2, hold the feet. Take a breath in. Pull back with your arms. Lift the chest as much as you can and lower the chin. We'll take a few slow breaths here. See if you can find the Bandha work of the low belly, which comes from the pulling back with the arms, engaging the muscles that pull along with the muscles underneath our armpits. So to get those underarm muscles, it is helpful to draw the elbows down and in. With practice, that activation is just known by the body. So you can even have your elbows out and still activate it. You don't even have to hold on to anything. And that's the idea with the bandhas, is we're putting an imprint in our nervous system so we can access these connections anytime, regardless of what our arms and legs are doing. Just much easier to awaken that in asana practice. Now take your left leg out. We'll keep the right foot as is. Bring the right foot a little closer to the inner thigh. Janu Shirshasana. So take an exhale to look at your navel. And then as you inhale, reach for your left foot. Lift the ribs as much as you can. Maha Mudra. And exhale, tuck the chin, lift the heart a little bit higher. And breathe. So this is an active pose. You want to avoid being lazy, which is really common in these poses. People think it's yin yoga. This isn't yin yoga. This is hatha yoga or vinyasa. So lift the heart, pull back as if you were pulling on a resistance band. If you have one at home, it's a great trick. So pull back, lift the ribs as much as possible, sucking in below the navel, and breathe here. This is really the key way to approach it. Shoulder blades spreading and lifting, yet we're still engaging under the armpits. So you can play with aiming the elbows down just for a moment to awaken that underarm connection, and then explore. Next exhale, bow your head to your knee, and take a few breaths. And inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release. We'll switch sides, taking the left foot in, right leg out. And we'll take a breath. You can round your back a bit on your exhale to connect with this idea of breathing into the low back, reaching for the right foot. Really stretch the inhale. Exhale, lower the chin and hang out in Maha Mudra, just breathing slowly, sucking in the low belly. Noticing the feeling of the breath. Just imagine breathing up the spine. It helps to squeeze your left foot and your straight leg into each other to awaken the inner thigh muscles, which will also help awaken the pelvic floor and the scooping in below the navel. The Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha connection. Lifting the ribs. Underarms are strong. Long exhalation. On your next inhale, lift the heart and then lift the chin. Engage your chest. Exhale, bend the arms, folding over your leg, head to knee. And take a few breaths. Calming the system down, long, slow breath. And inhale to roll up. Exhale, find a comfortable sitting position. And we'll explore a pranayama technique. So traditionally, you would finish your asana practice, do at least 5 minutes of shavasana on your back, and then do these techniques. So if you do have more time this morning and you're watching this video, feel free to do shavasana, pause this for a moment, and then rejoin us for the technique. We're going to do the technique right now since this is a live stream and we're short on time, so let's do it. System is calm from doing those slow forward folds anyway. So find a tall seat. You may need to prop up the hips if your hips are a bit tight. I'm a big fan of sitting in Siddhasana where one leg folds in front of the other. Or we can even tuck the front foot in behind the calf ankle region. And then find a tall spine. You can press the edges of the hands gently into the lap wherever they fall. Maybe it's further back, maybe it's further forward, depending on your arm length. Find what feels comfortable. And then take the right hand, tucking the index finger and middle finger into your palm. Place the thumb over the right nostril and gently press the skin down to close that nostril. And then your little finger, ring finger, are going to go onto your left nostril. With the left nostril just barely open, breathe into the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the breath all the way up to the chest. Hold and switch sides. Exhale through the right, barely open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extra puff. Again, inhale right, 5 count on your own. And then we switch sides to exhale. Exhale left to a 5 count. Good, and then relax down. So that's the basic flow. Inhale through one, exhale through the other. Now we'll introduce a more interesting ratio. So if you're new to alternate nostril breathing, just stick with an even ratio. Inhale one, exhale the other. Maybe 5 seconds, maybe 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Try to keep it even inhale to exhale. The next stage is incorporating breath retention, which is what I'll be teaching today. And this is more complicated. So if you feel short of breath, stop the exercise, reconnect in with natural breathing, and then you're welcome to join us again. So the ratio for this one will be inhaling for 5, holding the breath in for 20, and then exhaling for 10. And I think you'll find it quite interesting. So whenever you're inhaling or holding the breath, think of your psoas buttons. That's the connection to the pelvic floor. You can also actively lift the pelvic floor like a candle flame, and I'll remind you to do that whenever you're inhaling or holding in. So take the thumb to right nostril, pulling down to close. 2 fingers just barely open the left nostril. Your throat is totally relaxed. The sound comes from the air going in the nostrils now.
Okay, so we'll inhale to the count of 5 through the left to start. Low belly scoops in. Hold your breath for 20. Ten more seconds. Opening the right side, 10 count on the exhale. Totally empty. Pelvic floor up. Inhale right. 5 count. Fill up and hold. 20. Tongue behind top teeth. Swallow the saliva to help create a lock. Low belly scoops. Pelvic floor lifts. 10 more. Exhale through the left for a 10 count. Inhale to 5. Fill up and hold. Right side, exhale to 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extra puff. Low belly scoops in. Inhale, count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fill up to the heart and hold for 20. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side, exhale for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Totally empty. 1. Inhale to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fill and hold. 20 counts is our last one. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side, exhale for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right side, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fill up to the heart, lift, and hold for 20. Left side, exhale to 10. 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Totally empty. And then inhale through both nostrils. Barely open both of them. Fill up and hold. Bring your right hand down to your knee. And then slow ujjayi breath, breathing with a soft sound in the throat. And take a few slow breaths like that. Notice the gentle pulse of the heart. Notice the energy of the inhale, gently lifting the heart up. As if the heart was floating on the breath. We'll close practice with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, bringing the hands together. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much. Peace, everyone.